What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dunn Show. This is episode 8, and we're going to get right into it tonight, guys. Shop talk. Right away, we got the Holley Terminator X kit being broke out right now, and we're going through it. I'll be honest with you, it's pouring down rain here, and it's really, really wet outside in the shop area. It is, like I said, it's covered and stuff, dude, but the ground's really wet, and when you're working with this really high-end electrical, you really don't want to get any of that stuff wet. And basically what the Holley Terminator X system is if you had a motor swap going into, say, a hot rod or whatever the case is, and you need to basically do a standalone wiring harness for that particular build, you're going to want to go with like this Holley Terminator X or a system similar, and they have a few different ones that they offer, but I'll tell you right now, this one, you basically will hook up everything that it comes with, wire it in exactly according to the instructions and your build itself, depending on what you've eliminated or not, and you'll hook all that stuff up, and it actually comes with a little LED monitor, like a screen. And you go in there and you implement all your little, like what cam you have, what motor you have, what fuel injectors you run. I mean, to a certain extent, you implement all your build sheet. And what it does is it gives you like a run program, a standalone run program. And basically when that thing fires up for the first time, it'll immediately start... it'll start learning the engine, it'll start learning the build, and as you drive it and run it, it actually gets better and better. And that's the system we're going with. It is a pretty high-end kit, but the motor we've built is pretty high-end, I must say. You know, it's got some really expensive parts and stuff on it and in it. So that Holley Terminator X for us is going to be the hot ticket. We also have the wiring under the dash still going, guys. That's going to take me some time to get through it. I bought some more electrical stuff today. A bunch of the wiring from Noble. We got 16 gauge, 14 gauge, and 18 gauge in black, red, white, and yellow. And then we got some really cool wire cover to go with that. And that'll be shop stock. So we'll buy this material in bulk. And then I have a set price, like a linear foot price, that I charge to my customers as I need to use wire. It works out pretty good, and you can get this stuff at McFadden & Dell Hardware or maybe even online. I don't typically buy my wire at like a Home Depot or anything, and I try not to really buy it on Amazon because I want to make sure I'm getting some really good stuff. So I like to buy the Noble brand. Noble Wire and Terminal, Springfield, Oregon. So I guess it's, you know, made in the USA. And dude, this stuff works great, man. It's a nice soft coating on there. It strips pretty easy, and it's got a good strand in there. Check them out, Holley Terminator X, and that'll help us tie that whole kit in and help us adapt to everything that's going on under the dash. So that is a lot of work. A lot of work. I do like doing the electrical stuff, but man, it's a basket case under there. Also, we have a 1985 Toyota pickup. It's the blue one. If you know me, it's the one I used to use for gardening. That's going to be coming up for sale, guys. I'm in the process right now of ordering a couple parts for it, and we're going to get it up and running, do a tune-up, spark plugs, change the oil, put some fresh gas in it, change the fuel filter. It has really good tires on it already. Change a few things. I need to fix the driver window. And just make it a runner. I'll probably get it smogged and everything, and that way it's just a turnkey, ready to go for whoever does buy it. It would be a good just little round town truck, or maybe just like a little shop truck or something. I was gonna keep it, but I'm already got my Dodge pretty much where I want it. So if I purchase another vehicle, a little bit newer vehicle, or an additional shop truck that'll be full size that can tow something, I'm really not going to need the Toyota. So we're just going to go ahead and fix that up, and we are going to sell it. We debated back and forth, but you know what? It's like I was telling my wife, you know what? Let's just sell it. We'll turn around, we'll dump that money right back into the business, and it'll just bump us ahead that little bit, and it'll get one more thing off the DMV and off the property so we can bring in some other projects or whatever. So we'll tune it up and we'll sell it. I don't know the price. You'll probably get around $2,500 for the truck, maybe $3,000 depending on how clean it turns out. But I'm not going to try to get rich off it, that's for sure. I'll put it up for sale. Somebody will make me an offer and it'll go. Otherwise, I'm sending it to Guadalajara. Okay, I've got a guy down there that actually lives here but has people down there, and they buy up those Toyotas, especially if it was a four-wheel drive. If it was a four-wheel drive, shit, you probably get $5-6 for that thing. Send it to Guadalajara. This Sunday, February 25th, is the SoCal Cycle Swap Meet in Long Beach Memorial Stadium, and if you guys want to go check that out, I believe it starts at 6 or 7 a.m., so jump on the website and check it out. Just type in SoCal Swap Meet, and all the information will come up. It'll tell you exactly where it's at. It's a good one. We always just call it the Motorcycle Swap Meet, and we used to ride our Harleys and stuff down there, and it's a blast, dude. There's a ton of bikes. There's a couple hundred bikes that'll show up to it sometimes. If it's like an off weekend, there's not a lot going on. Guys really do use that as like a ride location for Sunday, and they show up out there. I like it, dude. I like that swap meet. Again, it's small enough to where you can walk the whole thing in a day and see some real fucking cool parts and like shit that's for sale, different vendors, and then there's even the guys that are selling bicycle stuff and getting more into like that new electric bike era that's out, which by the way, those are really fucking cool. I want to get me one of those electric bikes. I was telling my wife, hey, we get those electric bikes, we can go meet with our cousins that live down in Huntington Beach, ride up and down, go over to Rip Brewery, try their pizza, get ripped. Check out Rip Brewery. So this February 25th, this Sunday, guys, check it out. Motorcycle swap meet down there. You know what? I had a Harley, and I really, really liked it. But again, I sold it to get ahead in my business, to get out of a little bit of debt. It allowed me to free up some of the income that I did have coming in to go to other things besides just paying for the Harley. And even though it was paid off at some point, the insurance on it was pretty high. And then I'll be honest, all the guys I was riding with, dude, just sold their bikes, stopped riding. I had a buddy, went down a couple times. I remember one time we went up Mount Baldy, we cut across the ridge and came down Azusa Canyon, and there was like 5 or 6 of us, and I was in the front. I was actually on my first bike. I had a Sportster, was my first Harley. My big ass on a Sportster, dude. It was great. I loved that bike though. And you could ride the shit out of it, and you could go through these turns, and my buddy's behind me, then it's the rest of the group, and we're going around a couple turns, and next thing you know, I look back, there's no one, dude. And I'm like, what the So lock the brake, pull over, come back up the hill, and sure enough, he went around the bank. He was on my ass. We went around the bank, I got on the throttle, hit the next turn, and I guess his front tire just slipped off the blacktop, and luckily hit a gravel pit, and he kind of just washed out. But it was on the mountainside, not the cliff side. So that was a scary situation. And then probably like 3 or 4 months later, dude, I'm sitting at home. My phone rings, and it's my buddy. He's like, hey, dude, Chalice just got hit by an ambulance. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I guess they were going down Foothill Boulevard, and they're riding along, and they are approaching like Archibald out there. It's pretty busy. Well, the ambulance had no siren or no nothing, and they're going, and the guys on the bikes had a green light, and they were slowing down to turn, and boom, this ambulance, so my buddy locked up, boom, he bumped the side of the ambulance, he went down. Luckily, he was okay, so I went and I picked up his bike in our truck and brought it home and stuff. So, I don't know, it was just enough of that to where them dudes started selling their stuff, and then, we had a little going of our own ways, if you will, with some of the other biker community. So we went ahead and sold that. But I still love it. I'll go to that swap meet every single time. I still love it. I'm going to get me another hardtail. I want to kind of build it from scratch. So there's still that love for the motorcycle world. I rode my buddy's Ninja, a Ninja 636. Back when I was like maybe in my mid-20s. I rode that for a couple weeks, and that street bike was a ton of fun, man. Instant power, instant speed, instant adrenaline, was a blast. I'll just say that. So check it out, guys. Go down to the swap meet and just look around, whatever, dude. Check it out. You'll love it. Speaking of loving stuff, dude, I got my shirt on here. If you guys are watching on video, If not, it's my Bob Marley shirt. And I took my mom, her friend, and my wife. We went out to the Bob Marley movie One Love, and we watched it. And man, it was good, dude. They did a really good job telling Bob Marley's story, and it kind of really gives you a perspective in the 2-hour movie that it is, of like a start to finish of his story and what happened in the end, and you know how he died and all this stuff. And it's really it was a moving story. Like, I'll be honest, there was a couple times where I was like, wait, am I getting a little bit emotional? You know, Rastafari, man. And it's a badass movie. Go check it out, guys. Been a Bob Marley fan my whole life. I did a little report on him back in the day because I loved the Buffalo Soldier song. That was like my hit growing up. And just always kind of been a fan. So when my mom offered actually to us, hey, we all bought shirts, you want to go? I was like, yeah, let's get in on it, man. So we bought this. Mine's One Love concert. If you can see that, it's the One Love Peace concert, man. And Bob Marley, dude, great movie. I absolutely enjoyed it. Haven't been to the theater in a long time. You know, as a trip is they serve like beer now and the seats recline. I mean, I hadn't been to the movies in a minute. And middle of the day, dude, pouring rain outside, and we're sitting in the theater watching this badass Bob Marley movie, drinking a tall can, reclined out. I was like, man, I really am living the life on a Monday, rainy day, President's Day. So check it out, dude. You know, I got a lot of stuff that I want to boast about, okay? I want to show you guys. I want to tell you about, okay? It's not new news, but you got to have some feedback once in a while in life, or you don't know whether you should go watch the Bob Marley movie, dude. Okay? And by the way, it was safe enough for kids. If anybody was wondering, I mean, it's not like there's no sex scenes, there's no hardcore drug scenes, there's really not. I mean, there's like a couple of action scenes and stuff that are like, okay, you know, I mean, the kids are going up the street on their way to Walmart, and they probably see more action than they do in that movie. So, you know, kids nowadays are getting tough, dude. As soft as the world is, they're like getting visually tough. Like, you know, if somebody, you know, God forbid anything ever happens in real life, but it's like you almost get to the point like, oh shit, like you always have a reference of what it reminds you. Oh, this reminds me of the Alien movie, or oh, this is like the, you know, whatever, to where we're kind of getting like, what is that, numb to it? Like where it's just like normal, you know? It's kind of a scary, crazy thing, but nothing in that movie that'll get you in trouble there. Okay, dude, this next one, the keeper sweep segment, guys. I'll be honest with you, I'm sweeping. Okay, and we're sweeping it hard, and this place is called Mooyah Burgers in Upland, and I'll be honest with you, it was a waste of our time. It was an absolute waste of our time. It's a brand new restaurant. They're supposed to be like a gourmet burger joint, you know, little sit-down area. Order your food, sit down there and eat it or take it, you know, fast food, but not drive-through. And I tell you what, their food on the menu looked good. The reviews were good. So what do? We drive up there. Let's check them out. We walk in. There's already one guy waiting. No one in there eating. Okay, no problem. There's music coming from the back, like the kitchen area, not overhead music like, okay, that's how corporate or whoever set it up. No, it's something coming out of the back. I don't know if it was country or pop or what it was. Something, I couldn't even really hear it. I could just hear the music. And nobody ever approached us. There was no cashier. There was nobody in the front of the restaurant. Nobody ever came out of the back and said, oh, we'll be right with you. We'll help you with nothing. So the guy in front of us has like been standing there, you know, and we're like, hey, dude, have you been helped? No, nobody's helped me. You know, so we waited there a little bit longer. The place, quite frankly, was a wreck for being a brand new restaurant. I think I seen their mop bucket was out by the soda machine. You could tell that somebody else had sat at least two of the tables because the chairs were all just pushed around. The one guy that was eating there, he was like a zombie, dude. He didn't care. He was just looking down at his limp french fries, just popping them in his mouth, dude. Like, all right, whatever. My life's over, brother. It's raining outside. I'm tired of this shit. So he probably had a good meal. What'd we do? We bailed. We got the hell out of there. I told him, you know what? I'm done. And it's funny because it was going to be a food review. We just did Ontario Pizza in the last episode, and we liked their pizza. And I'm thinking, cool. fortunate enough to go out, hit another new spot within a week's time, shit, I might make a segment out of this. Well, it's a good thing we got the keeper sweep because we're sweeping that thing. We are done with Mooyah Burgers in Upland. If you work there, you know anything about it, comment below. Okay? Because the thing that really pisses me off about these new restaurants is, for example, I'm looking at their little menu while we're hoping that somebody will finally come out from the pasture from grazing and maybe assist us. And the same burger, a double cheeseburger, bacon, lettuce, avocado, tomato, the works, right? $9.99, just the burger, or $10.99. The same exact burger without bun, and you're just going to add a little bit more lettuce, was almost $14. It was actually $14.99, $15. So a burger with lettuce and no bun is more than the burger with bun, the original burger. I'm blown away at how these places even stay in business, and quite frankly, most of the time they don't. Half of these businesses don't even stay open for maybe 6 months because they go through the grand opening period, that little bit of revenue to carry them. It starts to taper. No one goes there. The reviews hit. Boom, they're done. So, Mooyah, booyah, we're out of there. And don't go there. So, there you go. Stay away from Mooyah. Sports talk. We got some NFL news, guys. It's going to be brief with the NFL just because, again, we're still waiting on preseason. It's coming. It's getting closer. We're only a couple weeks outside of the Super Bowl. I'm already ready for the NFL to start again. I'll be honest with you. But looking at the NFL right now, draft order, I just went ahead and threw up like the top 8, the first 8 picks that are going to be taking place. There's so many, and it was a very, very long list. I did want to get all the way to New Orleans, which is number 14 on the list, but we didn't go that long, guys. I didn't want to drag this out. But what I will tell you right now is the Chicago Bears have the first pick, as they have several picks this year. I think they're first, and then 9, and then so on and so forth. The thing about the Chicago Bears, we don't know if they're going to get rid of Justin Fields or not. We don't know if he's going to become a free agent or be on the market or whatever it is. But if they do, then they're going for a quarterback immediately. Whether that's Caleb Williams or not, we don't know. He may get passed on. And especially if they keep Justin Fields, I think they may pass on Caleb Williams and maybe go after, one of these other prospects that are coming up. There's a lot of good defenders and O-linemen and stuff that are out there. But we'll see. And if they don't keep Justin Fields, then it'll be real interesting to see, is Caleb Williams their guy, or are they going to go like a Bo Nix or somebody? The Commanders have the second pick. They supposedly going to keep Sam Howell. I don't know. But if they do, then they're probably just going to try to build around him. They got Cliff Kingsbury down there. We're going to see what they decide to do. The third pick of the draft so far right now, the way it sits, is the Patriots, and Mac Jones, he's done. I think Mac Jones is out of there. He's got a one-way ticket to anybody else that wants him or whatever. And I honestly don't see a lot of teams lining up to take Mac Jones. And I'm sure as soon as I say that, he'll have on the black and gold. But whatever. I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones. I don't really like his style of play. I think he tried to play like a little version of Brady, like with the way his demeanor and everything was, to where he was trying to give Belichick what Belichick was used to, and I don't think it worked out for either one of them, obviously. So I don't know. We'll see if the Patriots at number 3 probably go for a quarterback, if I'm being honest. They've got to. And the Cardinals, they're probably going to try and build around that Kyler Murray, I don't know. They have 10 picks this year. So it's going to be interesting again. But at number 4, they still have a really good shot to get a quarterback. The Chargers are definitely going to keep their guy down there. New coach coming in to see what he can do. It's going to be the Harbaugh show. And they need a defensive back, they need offensive line, and they need linebackers. So there's definitely some good options for them down there. The Giants, they need a quarterback badly. He's done over there. Daniel Jones, right? Fuck, it's even hard for me to remember the dude's name, bro. Like, I don't even care about the New York Giants or Daniel Jones. Sorry. But good luck to them. The Titans, a possible running back. Is Derrick Henry going to be on the market? Okay, I'm hearing rumors that Derrick Henry might be the difference down in Dallas next year as a big power back. Is he going to have the star on the side of his helmet next year? I don't know. You know, Jerry Jones, what are you going to do? Derrick Henry, baby. Might hit the market. So the Titans will probably go after a running back. Derrick Henry's a big dude, man. Big, powerful back. And then number 8, you got the Falcons. They pretty much need a quarterback, defense. They need offensive line. They need everything down there. So we'll see what they end up doing. The draft is April 25th through the 27th on NFL Network. And you guys can tune into that. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening between now and then. And, you know, teams are starting to put their heads together. What do we really want? Who do we want to build around? The new coaches are getting settled in. They're looking at it. I'm imagining in their shoes, it goes quick, dude. It's like, all right, Super Bowl, all these head coach changes. All right, we got a new offensive coordinator. We got a new, defensive coordinator. We got a new quarterback coach. We got a new line coach. Whatever the case is, all these moves around. We know we don't like our quarterback. We're going to get somebody new coming out of the draft. Who's it going to be? So bang, bang, bang. You know, I'm sure it happens pretty quick if you're in those positions. So it'll be fun to watch as an outsider, just seeing who we get. Saints are 14th, and quite frankly, I don't know what they're going to go after. There's been another rumor of Alvin Kamara possibly getting traded, I think, to the Ravens. I'm like, okay, whatever. I honestly, I don't really know what's going on down there in New Orleans. I might have to fly out there, check it out, see if I can get involved somehow, and see if we can get some answers, because I really want to have a good season next year. Moving on, guys, let's do NBA, huh? Let's talk to NBA, because that is a sport that's being played right now. We just got past the All-Star game. It was debatable. Some people liked it, some people didn't. A little bit of showboat there, I'm sure, out of the top players. But that's to be expected, guys. It's the NBA. It's All-Stars. It's the top dogs. They're going to do what they do. Lakers-Warriors is February 22nd at 7 o'clock, so that's coming up here in a couple days. Check it out. I'm going to watch that game for sure as we head into my birthday weekend. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. That'll be a ton of fun. I got some bets some bets laid out here that I want to show you guys about some of the future bets for Western Conference and Eastern Conference winning odds, and this is to win their conference, including playoffs, so basically not including the championship, just to get there. And in the Western Conference right now, you have the Clippers at plus 215, the Nuggets at plus 245, the Timberwolves are plus 750, guys, the Suns plus 775, Oklahoma City Thunder, 800, a plus 800 for them. And the Lakers are at plus 1,500. So not a lot of money on the Lakers right now. It looks like out of that lineup, the Clippers are actually favored to win that, followed by the Nuggets. So there you go. And in the East, you've got the Celtics at plus 115. Bucks plus 315, the Knicks plus 600, the Cavs plus 800, and the winning odds for the Heat plus 13, and the 76ers is plus 1,500. So on any of those teams, you bet 100, you win whatever they got. So Lakers are plus 15. Throw $100 on the Lakers to win the conference, and guess what? You win yourself $1,500. Now, if you really want to look at some crazy stuff, they do have the Clippers there at plus 215. But if we look at the NBA championship odds, now this is the team to win the championship. Boston is plus 260. Nuggets plus 450. Clippers plus 500. You got the Bucks plus 650. The Suns plus 1,500. The Knicks plus 2,000. The Cavs plus 2,500. And the Lakers plus 2,500 to win it all. So if you want to put $100 on any of those teams, that'll be your payout. And there's some big ones here. So if you took $100 on the Lakers, right, to win the conference, you won 1,500, and then if they go and win the championship, you could win another 2,500, and you only spent $200. Right now, the Lakers are ninth place in the West at 30-26. So, I see why they are where they are on this list. Boston at 43-12, they're first in the East. Nuggets 36-19, they're fourth in the West. Clippers are third in the West. Bucks third in the East. Suns fifth in the West, and we got the Knicks fourth in the East. Now, it's tough. The books and the lines aren't really showing us anything if you're just more focused on actual play and who is where they are. So that's why I wanted to show you who's who. Boston is first right now in the East, so that's pretty much why they are where they are. A lot of basketball coming right back, guys. We're getting past the All-Star break. I think this packed weekend full of NBA. So if you want to bet on any of that stuff, you can go over to the ESPN Bet, and they have all those lines up, or you can go on there anytime and look at them, and you'll be able to check those out and see if you like any of that stuff. And if you're in an area where you're allowed to gamble, go ahead, throw a little something out there. Don't be scared, bro. Let's get to it. Let's keep this moving right along, folks. PGA news. Okay, I do have a little bit of PGA news. The Genesis Invitational, Hideki Matsuyama wins $4 million, dude. He came back. He scores a winning round of 62. He went and blew right past the other guys. He blew past Patrick Cantlay so bad it gave him a flat, dude. He had to pull over. I think he only went, under 13 or something, all said and done. Very, very, very good comeback from Hideki Matsuyama. One of my favorite golfers. As a matter of fact, the first major golf tournament that I ever watched was only a few years ago when I first really got into golf. And Hideki Matsuyama wins the Masters. And what was interesting about that, I believe that was the year, wasn't Will Zalator in the mix as well as like a rookie? As just a little guy? And look at who finishes in second place. Will Zalator, tied with Luke List for second, right behind Hideki. So good for them, dude. It might have been the lack of aggression from Patrick Cantlay. What do you think? Patrick Cantlay, I mean, he played good for 3 days, and then it got to Sunday, and that's what they say. It's really, really hard. Tiger Woods said he always liked to play from behind, go into Sunday, maybe down 3, maybe 3 back of the leader, and kind of work his way through the day and put the pressure on him and kind of take the win. So good for them guys, that was pretty cool. It seemed like a pretty good tournament. We had a little bit of weather, but it wasn't too bad. I think they made it through without any issues down there. Next, you got the Mexico Open at Vidanta. That looks good. It's Vidanta Vallarta, I believe. I don't have it up on my big screen anymore, but that's February 22nd through the 25th, so that's kicking off this Thursday as well, guys. Right now, the only one I have marked down that I'm going to really check out is Tony Finau, and he's plus 800. But you got to check out the lines on some of these guys, dude. It's like plus 30,000, plus 20,000. I mean, it is absolutely insane. I can't even imagine if you had Hideki Matsuyama Sunday morning, you laid your money down on that man. I can't even imagine what the payout must have been for him to come all the way back and win it. It had to be some serious coin. You know what I'm saying? So I guarantee you that's a fun one to bet. If you can get on there, check it out. Prize Picks does a little bit of that. But again, Prize Picks, you have to select multiple options and then place your money on multiple. So it's basically a parlay setup when you go ahead and go through Prize Picks. But check them out, man. If you're in the California, you can still get some bets in. They obviously do NBA and all the other sports as well. You can even bet UFC on the old Prize Picks app there. I got a cool place for you guys to visit. We sent you up to Trona last week. I don't know if you're back yet, but we sent you guys up to Trona to the Pinnacles. It looked like Mars up there. Cool place. But this week, it's a little more local, and it's a retail store, but it's Pegasus Hobbies. And if you've never been to Pegasus Hobby Shop, you got to get in there, dude. It's one of the last big full-size toy stores with all the good stuff, the good RC, the good RC and gas airplane, boats, trucks and cars, obviously. Their parts counter is huge. The people are very knowledgeable up in there. They know what they're talking about, dude. Okay, they know what they're talking about up in Pegasus Hobbies. Go check them out. The last of the true toy stores. I have it written right here on my notes because that's the truth. I try to stay out of there, even though it's a cool place, because if I go up in there, dude, credit cards are flying and wallets are burning to the ground. I tell you what, but I love that place. Upland, California. They even get into like the science stuff. If your kids are into that science stuff or you're into it, they have like the telescopes and all that for the solar system things. They have little science lab kits. They have fun little toys too, a little bit more cheaper end stuff. They have a whole area of model cars. I mean, rows and rows of model cars and die-cast cars. If you're into Hot Wheels, Matchbox, they get into that stuff. They have RC construction equipment, which is a blast. I've built a couple of rock crawlers in my day. I have a drift RC car that I've built, and I really enjoy going up in there even as an adult and spending a little coin, a little extra money there. No big deal. Check it out, Pegasus Hobbies, the last of the true toy stores. That should be their slogan. Maybe I'll call them later. MGA, guys, I want to go over this. Come join the league, guys. It's getting huge. As a matter of fact, I just checked the other day on the scale, and the MGA league is getting massive. More chapters are opening. More people are joining throughout the U.S. It's getting a little bit. It's getting big. It's getting big. So you'll want to be a part of that before it's so big that, you kind of like, I guess I'll join. No, dude, be a leader. Be a leader. Go join the MGA. You can go to the MGAtour.com and check it out and find a chapter that's right around the corner from you, dude, down the street, bro. Okay? Hang out with those guys. Get to know them. Or come out March 16th to the Costa Mesa Country Club. If you registered ahead of time, we'll see you there. Good up on you. The good thing is some of the events we have throughout the year are like dress up events. Okay, you can dress up if you want. Some guys dress up to all of the tournaments. I'm not gonna lie, we all kind of wear funny stupid shirts and stuff anyway, but a couple of them, this isn't all of them, but a couple of them that people will dress up. Obviously in Vegas at the World Championship, you got to go all out. Most guys, we're all in our jerseys and stuff for our homeland team, But at the same time, guys will be wearing skirts and the high socks and the kilts and I call it a skirt, whatever, it's a kilt. I get it, bro. It's 2024, dude. We can wear whatever we want. So yeah, in Vegas for sure. And then like the AM, you'll like want to match with your partner. So you're a little two-man team, whatever it is. It can be the same color, the same graphic, the same hats and shirt, whatever. So give it a shout out to some of these guys. They do dress to the nines, dude, from matching everything. Sometimes they'll go in like a role. So it's like, what would be a good one? Like if I was dumb and my buddy was dumber, we went as Dumb and Dumber. There's that kind of stuff. You can go as kind of like a themed pairing. And that's a blast. The Bastards is cool, knock off on the Masters. Everybody kind of wears green. So you'll kind of wear your Masters green and dress up like I like to do. I have some badass shoes I'm going to bring out this year, some Jordans, okay, the green and whites. You've seen them. Shout out to my boy Manny, dude. My boy Manny, if you're listening, dude, that's the plug right there. You guys need any shoes? Holler at me, you know what I'm saying? But no, no doubt. And then the Bastards is a great one. Wear green. And then the U.S. Open's fun. Everybody dresses red, white, and blue. So there are some that are more specific. And then there's others where you could just go run wild. If you've noticed that you've gone to the driving range, okay, you finally picked up the clubs like I told you at the thrift shop, and you got those. You're ready to rock and roll. You've gone to the range. You notice you suck real bad. Do me a favor and go suck at Topgolf, because you'll have a blast down there at Topgolf. Not sponsored by them by no means, but we really, really enjoy Topgolf when we go up there. You can be the worst golfer in the world. You don't even have to golf. And the party you go with can sit right there. So if you're trying to kind of like talk your wife into getting into golf, or a couple buddies or whatever, they're like, nah, dude, that's for like rich, stuck-up white boys and blah, blah, blah. I know, I've heard it all because I used to think the same thing. But you go up into Top Golf and you can just sit there. They have a bar, they bring you food, you know, restrooms, everything's right there. You can play different screens, you can play different courses, but you're just hitting out into this big open thing. If you've wondered, what is Top Golf? What's that even about? I don't golf. Why would I go there? It's like the bowling alley, dude. Go have some fun with your friends and your family. Check out Top Golf. They have beer, dude. Okay? I mean, at the end of the day, Top Golf has beer. They bring it right to you. And you can play as much as you want. And I believe there's, what, is it 3 levels, guys? Ground, middle, and top. I don't think there's 4. Some of them might have 4 levels. The one in Vegas seems a little extreme. I've never been to it. I know Steel Valley's been out there. But check out Top Golf. Go suck at Top Golf. That's going to be the new slogan for it, I heard. Come suck with us. And you should have a blast over there, you know. Guys, as we shut it down here today, and, you know, we break out this cigar of greatness. This is a 1940, okay, 1940 Classico, and this is the Punch. If you know about cigars, is this a good one? Let me know. We're going to stick that right in there. We're going to get going here. We got our torch. Okay, we're going to get going here with this cigar, guys, and I just want you to know we're on Spotify, so you'll be able to see this episode on YouTube, but you'll be able to hear it on Spotify. So thanks again, guys. Looks like I don't know how to light a cigar. We gotta go. See you next time.